We're live. This is the Conference Committee on H.790, the Budget Adjustment Act of FY26. It's our second meeting, and we have something to report back, and then I assume you have some language for us. You want us to go first?
Yes, please.
We had thought about the Meals on Wheels proposal. We would like basically to kind of split the difference. I didn't print out a lot of these, but here is the basic chart, which would just move Meals on Wheels to 55,000, and then Vermonters feeding Vermonters at 385. And Senator Westman has more information that we learned about the program. If you want to,
I just because you say there, you indicated there wasn't need. I contacted the director of DCIO. We have a waiting list. We did request of the administration to give us additional money, and we have been requesting that for many years, and it's just not getting added. So we decided to go this way. And they've had a waiting list for a very long time. And I will say, and I'm going to speak for myself as somebody that's been here through recessions, and most of our legislature hasn't. At that point, you have to focus. And what I would say is the administrative costs in Meals on Wheels, as it is in food shelves, is extremely low. And sometimes you have to focus, and this is a group that is particularly in need and has no place to go.
Yeah.
And I love the fact in the hearing that the organic farmers all come in, but they own a farm and they have resources, and a lot of these people don't.
Yeah. Right. So I think with your change, I think we're good with that. We can accept that.
Cool.
okay.
Yep. And that's great. It's a wonderful organization. They're all really important, and they're all needy.
Well,
And
these are
Yeah.
really needy people.
yes, they are. They are. So.
And as we were talking a little bit earlier, sometimes, you know, the leanest organizations ask for the least amount of money, you know.
Well, and the other piece for organizations like this, if they've been to the administration and put in a request, they feel like if we go out around the administration, the next time we'll get passed by.
Yeah, it's really hard, but it's
Yes,
important to support people, so I agree with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so that would take care of 1,
8 and 14.
and 4.
1, 8 and 14.
No,
No.
1, 8, and 16. I think 14 should have, oh, no, sorry.
No, not 16.
No, never mind.
14.
14. Oh, global commitment. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Although
That's right.
this was this the way it closes it out, but these aren't the right numbers.
Right. That's why we have JFO.
Yeah, that'll be correct.
Okay. So do you need
a copy of this, or do we get a copy of this one?
We have
you have a copy of that?
5,000, right, to Meals on Wheels and 385, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. So the other two were language items that we touched on briefly. Why don't we do it in order? So housing assistance would be the first. I don't know who's got copies of this already.
We do not have that.
No, I know you three
Oh.
don't, but I don't know on my side. There you go. Do you have?
I have a
this
copy
one?
of the house.
Do you?
Yes.
This one? Ron, do you want a copy of this? It's got the highlighted changes.
What I just saw?
It may be, but now it's got the highlighted changes, so it might be easier to. So, after further conversations, we basically we kind of modified the Senate language, and where you had talked about an unnamed state agency. We named the state agency, which is Department for Children and Families. So DCF would be, we're basically asking them to set up a program now and have the guidelines ready. The same purposes that were in there before, to maintain a current housing assistance payment, or prevent retirement of a housing assistance payment. And then we also said we added the word written with prior written approval from HUD to provide housing funding to prevent termination of assistance to a current housing voucher. And we are asking the housing authorities to submit reports on financial need to DCF by April 15th, which we understand that is doable for them because they're going to hear more information by March. So by April 15th, they can give us that information. And then DCF by May 1st will set up the program, establish procedures, guidelines, et cetera, so that they can ensure that funds are distributed in an equitable manner. We talked a bit about that yesterday, that there isn't necessarily a relationship between the number of vouchers and the need, that they will need to determine what that is. And so then if funds are transferred, we ask them to come and report back to the Joint Fiscal Committee, which I think we're all on, at the September meeting, and then submit a written report by January 15th, 2027, on what happened with it.
So it'd be up to DCF to decide what equitable means in this context?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And, the other thing I'll just note is we know that this has been a changing, fluid situation. And if we learn more, then we can add something in the 27 budget if we have to in this section C, if we need to make any further changes. But
okay, well, we'll want to
so you want to
spend some more time with the language.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing
Okay.
that work.
Okay.
So it's just the highlights or the changes?
Yes,
From
the changes from what the Senate did. Yes, which is really helpful. And then the third item is the developmental disabilities payment reform implementation. And here's a copy.
Thank you.
So what our concern with the previous draft of this was that things were happening outside the session. And we wanted to change the dates to ensure that all activity happened before we adjourn in the middle of May. So I don't think this one is highlighted, but
It's highlighted on the back, but I assume that's a change from a
But you don't have
prior.
the dates
prior-
highlighted, like.
we don't have the dates highlighted. So
This is a change probably just from a prior version.
no, that was a change from a prior version, but the dates are also some changes. Let's see if I have the old one here. I must have the old language in here somewhere. Okay, I have an old one here. So I can walk you through that. In section 2, we took out some excess language that said to support designated and specialized service agencies in need of financial stabilization in advance of reconciliation. We just took that out and just started with each agency currently below the threshold. And in that section 2, we kept the date of October 1st, 2027. For the financial stabilization. And then in section B, where it originally said that they shall submit to the department on or before May 1st, we backed that up to April 1st to submit the information. What we learned is that they're giving this information, it's more or less on a regular basis anyway, so that's not an additional hardship for them to back that up to April 1st. Again, with the goal of trying to get this done before we adjourn. And then in C, we at one point had June 30th. This was for the convening a meeting with various chairs or their designees. And so we backed that up to April 15th to convene that meeting. I have my designee picked out. Should we do this? Otherwise, the rest, again, we just changed dates. And then in section D, it said, April 15th to submit a progress report. And we made that May 1st because we thought that should happen after the convened meeting between everybody, that there should be an update 2 weeks after that. So that gets us, to finish that all before the end of the fiscal year. And then the section E at the end, that was in there before, some of it, that the notion was that AHS would find the money to advance funds ahead of time. But if they don't find the money, that they'll unreserve an amount of funds equal to the deficiency from the caseload reserve. But we didn't have that, and notwithstanding, transfer the amount to AHS. So that, just that sort of technical correction. So that is what the changes are there.
It gives them a mechanism of where to find the money. if they can't
Right,
find it
right.
otherwise.
Well, if we don't say where to put it, who knows what'll happen, So it is the same language, but just with those date changes and that clarification.
It would be good if we could have a copy that shows the changes. Is that possible?
The highlighted version? Okay.
From the Senate version?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're okay with it, but just to be clear.
Right,
that-
sure. Yeah. Grady will get that to all of us.
Yeah, that would be good. And then we
Yeah.
can talk about it. And
Yeah, yeah.
we still want to meet at 10:30?
Yeah. Does that still work for you guys?
Yeah, works for us.
Cool.
Right, 10:30?
So any other questions on the language from us, or you can let us know if you have any more?
No, we'll just confer and then
Okay.
get back to you, but it sounds
Back
good.
at 10:30. Okay.